The next step that I'm going to start working on is the centering exercise. With the centering exercise, I'm basically looking for my horse to, you don't need to eat that, buddy. Spit that out. I'm looking for my horse to get into a relaxed state of mind. If our horses are nervous or anxious, our horses aren't going to be able to pay attention to what it is that we're asking us. So I want to get my horse in a relaxed frame of mind, which is to me a learning frame of mind. So I'm going to start this exercise by first making sure he's okay and comfortable with me touching everywhere on his body. As I'm doing this, I'm going to touch all the way down to his legs. And when I work with a horse, I want to work with the whole horse, not just parts of the horse. A lot of times we cue our horses from in front or from beside them, but we don't do a lot of work moving into different areas of their body. I want the whole horse, and everywhere that I'm at, I want him to be comfortable with me no matter where I am. So my goal is that I can go ahead and walk all the way around him with my whip without him moving. So this is essentially kind of like a ground tying type of exercise. What you'll notice is my eyes are low. I'm trying not to make eye contact with him. If my eyes make contact with him, that's me connecting with him. My eyes are low because I'm not asking anything of him. If we look too direct at his hind end, he's gonna probably yield it or think that I'm asking him to move it. If I keep eye contact on his eyes, he's gonna wanna try to follow me. So you'll notice that my eyes are nice and low. So now that I can walk all the way around him, I'm gonna pick up the fanning motion. With the fanning motion, I'm moving my whip, I'm thinking about moving it straight up and straight down. In this motion, I want to create a relaxed rhythm. So this rhythm is very important. I want to keep a consistent rhythm and tempo all the way around. So before, my goal is that I can go all the way around him with this rhythm each direction and him stay there. But to begin with, he may not be ready for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of do a horseshoe shape around him. So what I'm gonna do here is see, can I go shoulder to shoulder? Is he okay with me changing sides? He's a little worried about that whip kind of near his head, and that's fine. These are my tools. I wanna teach him to be comfortable with my tools. They're here to help communicate with him. They aren't here to hurt him, and I don't want him to think of them as a threat. Now I'm going rib to rib after I do shoulder to shoulder. After I do shoulder or rib to rib, I'm going to go hip to hip. You'll notice my tempo and rhythm is consistent in my feet also. If I hesitate when going around him, he may think that something's changed, and that's okay. So if he wants to move, I'm just gonna practice getting him back. I'm gonna try to catch his attention. Well, wait a second. So when our horses leave, rather than us get worried that, oh my goodness, like stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, I want to give my horses the freedom to move, the freedom to leave, because it's through that, like that just relieves pressure on them staying with us. And I just want my students to think about every time your horse leaves, to make that an opportunity to get your horse back, to practice getting your horse back. So I can have a Liberty horse leave me in a 3-minute performance in front of 5,000 people, and I can get my horse back and continue on as if nothing happened. Because I let my horses leave me, I practice so much at getting them back, then there's no pressure in them staying with us. So that's really, really important. So every time he leaves, no big deal, I'm gonna practice getting him back. So same thing, I'm just trying to get his attention. For him being a young horse, his attention span isn't gonna be always there. So he's gonna get bored. He's gonna decide he wants to move. Good boy. There we go, there's his eye. Good boy. Just trying to unlock that hind end. The hind end will give you the front end. Good. So every time he leaves, I don't have to go back and check if he's committed. I just check that in the beginning. I do the figure 8 in the beginning, and then I'm going to continue to where I was when he left me. So I'm going to check to see if I can go hip to hip again. And I'm going to see if he'll let me go all the way around him. It's really important that our horses are comfortable with us no matter where we are. Switching eyes, not just in the front, but in the back. I want him comfortable with my tools. Good boy. I always come in the front and complete the circle before I change directions. That way I'm thorough and working with the whole horse. There, you got a little unsure, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and continue and go down that side again. He just wanted to check in with me. Good, so he's still saying he's a little unsure. Really nice. I'm going to complete this circle, and then I'm going to rub him here. Good boy. So that was really good. I liked that he was really thoughtful in all of that. He didn't just say, oh, I'm uncomfortable with you there, I'm going to leave. He would instead say, oh, I'm a little unsure, let me kind of just see what you're doing back there. So this is a very foundational skill. There's many ways we're gonna show you here later on how to build on this exercise. But before I move on, I wanna make sure he's comfortable with just me and just my stick. Later on, we're gonna be doing more things with like flags and tarps and things such as that. And I need to know that he's comfortable with me and my stick first. But for this exercise, for just getting started with the Liberty techniques, that's exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that he could be comfortable with me and my tools here today.